let's keep this party going. Your next comic, put your hands together for Kate DeRay.
Hello, let's clap it up for all the comics you've seen so far tonight. Great crowd. All right, well, you guys have been listening to me for about 13 seconds, and I'll address the elephant in the room. I know my voice is the most Midwestern, Michigan shit you'll ever hear. Yeah. So I could make a career out of doing pure Michigan commercials, but if I did, I would just do all the cities that begin with the letter A. So Ann Arbor, Albion, Alpena, wait for this one, Algonac. Did you hear it that time? All right, moving on. So, tonight I was having some car trouble, and I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I need to go to my comedy show. Can you give me a ride? I need the approval of complete strangers, because I wasn't hugged enough as a child. And guess what? He forgot. So shout out to my homies over here. They gave me a ride. Thank you. You might have seen me outside. I was out there pacing around for a while, going back and forth, talking to myself, smoking a cigarette. I know I look like a raving derelict, but I was just going over my set a couple times. So, anyway, I know I'm short, 5'2". Had a few people shout out at the back of the crowd, stand up. I'm trying. So, can we ban white women who wear Uggs and puffy jackets from naming children? Hayden, Jaden, Braden, Caden. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, these are all names that are based out of Old English, given by people that barely have a grasp in American English. So these are the same kind of people that like to have gender reveal parties. Anybody else against them? Some of you might have had them. Yeah. It's like, let's burn down half a forest announcing what kind of amorphous blob we're going to have. But we don't know what kind of gender identity they're going to have when they grow up. So what's the point? So I have a proposition for everyone. Anybody know a Karen? Not the personality disorder, the actual human name Karen. Every Karen I know is awesome. So my proposition, we change Karen to Crystal. Every Crystal I know is a complete sociopath. Crystals with a K are alright, but crystals with a C, usually a real see you next Tuesday if you catch my drift. These are the same kind of people that like to celebrate their birth month. You know somebody like that? Huh? Fellas, huge red flag. You know a broad that wants you to celebrate her birth month. Get out now. And women, anybody in the audience that celebrates your birth month, nobody cares about you enough to celebrate your entire birth month. Grow up. I was thinking, did you ever think that The Three Little Pigs was written by a premenopausal woman? Say, not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Can we all agree Joe Rogan is just Oprah for white dudes? Yeah? All right. We're in agreement about that. Thank you. So, these are the type of guys that used to have a regular Oedipus complex. You guys know what I'm talking about? Now, modern day, they all seem to have a step Oedipus complex. That one might take a minute. All right, I know. I have resting nice face. You'd think this would get you somewhere in life, but it really doesn't. People think that you're gullible. Cucks and incels think you're smiling at them, so they want to come over and creep on you. So anyway, I wanted to take this resting nice face and wait tables. So I applied to Denny's. Yeah, I know, but I'm a night owl. I thought this would be a good gig for me. So I put in an application. I don't hear anything for a few days. Call him, talk to the manager. The manager says, I am not Denny's material. Yeah. So apparently, if you have all your teeth, no C-section scars, and a non-existent meth problem, you're not Denny's material. Yeah, right? I bet if I walked in there with resting bitch face, I would have been hired on the spot. Has anybody been to a 3-day comedy or music festival? Clap it up. No many music festivals, after you party for 3 days straight, by that 3rd day, you feel clinically insane. So, how about these guys that like to talk about how women look? Anybody? Yeah. These guys that have tits bigger than mine love to comment on women's bodies. I think if you're shaped like a troll, you shouldn't act like one. Yeah. So anyway, remember when we were kids? Anybody like my age, like in your 30s, 40s? Butt muncher was a great insult. So now you see all your friends bragging about it on social media. Yeah. So one last one, clap it up if you have boomer parents. Or are you? Remember when you were little and your sibling would be harassing you and you go to your mom crying, Mom, he's picking on me. And she would say, if you don't quit crying, I'm going to give you something to cry about. Did you ever think it was going to be about the economy?